Hello everyone, Makeup Dulce here. Today we will be giving you a tutorial on this look, and this is a talk through video, so hopefully you enjoy something very different that I am not used to doing, especially with the confidence since I am just starting off on YouTube. But if you have any questions, suggestions, don't forget to leave me down below, and I will see you ladies soon. Bye bye. Hello everyone, Makeup Dulce here. Today I wanted to go ahead and just do a talk through video for you guys, which I have not done in a while. So first thing first, I do want to let you know I have prepped my skin already with my favorite moisturizer all the time, which is Olay with SPF in it. And then I also applied my Olay under eye cream as well. And now moving on to priming my face. Today I want to go for a matte look, so I will be using Sephora Matte Foundation Primer. I don't know, it sounds like some German written on it, matte fiance or something. I'm not sure what that language is, but foundation primer in matte, and I will be applying that all over my face, mainly concentrating onto my T-zone, especially around my nose, because that is where I have the biggest pores. Alright, moving on to the next step, which is to hide these under eye circles and also the blue and darkness that I have around my lip and chin area. So what I really like to do when it comes to hiding my flaws on my face, I really like to go for some dark tone concealer. Two of my favorite are e.l.f. Cosmetics concealer in Tan. Most of you who watches my video and keep up with me know that I'm a huge fan of this, and this is the concealer that I tend to reach out for in every other video. And then the other one is the Balm Cosmetics concealer, and this one is actually medium dark. So these are the two concealers that I really tend to reach out for. So today I will be trying the medium dark by the Balm Cosmetics, and I will take that onto a little brush and just apply that under my eye. You also want to make sure you concentrate into your inner corner as well. I also like to apply this around my nose as well, especially into the corner of my nose, and then lip and chin. So today the foundation I have picked to use is Fit Me by Maybelline Matte Plus Poreless Foundation, and I'm going to go ahead and give it a shake and then take it on back of my hand. This is exact my skin tone color, so we will definitely not be mixing any color into it today. And then I will be going back with my Sigma F80 foundation brush, and I will just be applying that all over my face. When I'm applying the foundation, I really like to concentrate on the areas where I tend to lose most makeup off throughout the day, which is for me mainly is my nose area. So I really want to make sure that I really press the foundation into my skin, and then when I'm applying the powder as well, I would like to go with the same technique, so that way my foundation and my makeup lasts me all day long. Okay, you do not have to have a contour palette to contour and highlight. Now, this is something I've showed you in my review for the e.l.f. Cosmetics foundation product. This video is not sponsored, so I'm just telling you my straight up honest opinion on this. So I got this palette just to highlight, and I'm going to show you how. And then I got the one in medium and dark, and that I will be using as to contour. So this I like to apply into the corner of my eyes to highlight that area. And then, as you can see, I'm mixing all the colors to create that perfect color for me. You can pick just one, and I would be applying that with a foundation brush. The one I'm using today is by Coastal Scents, and I would apply that. So once you think you look like a ghost now, you can move on to the e.l.f. foundation palette in medium dark or any other foundation color. Switching my foundation brush, I'm going to go ahead, and this one is by Maybelline, and I will just go ahead and take the color that you think is best fits you and just apply that onto your contour areas. bottom lip, then the jawline, this is where my beauty blender steps in, and I would like to go ahead and blend it all together. First, I like to go ahead and blend in the lighter colors. Now I like to take the back of the sponge, and I like how I did that. Back of the sponge, and I'm going to go ahead and blend in the darker colors. Before you do anything else, now it's time to set the foundation and the concealer. So the powder I'm using today to set my under eye concealer is Ben Nye in Banana color, and I will be using that with a sponge. So what I like to do, I like to put it in a container like this, and then I like to go in with my sponge and just dab that on it and then press it into the skin. You also want to make sure you look up so you are actually helping yourself to prevent from any creasing to happen. I'm not going to go ahead and take any translucent powder. This one is by Rimmel London, and I like to go ahead and take the fluffiest brush you have and apply that all over your face. And as you can see, I am not buffing it in. I'm actually pressing that into the skin to set the foundation in the place where we have applied it. Now that everything is set in place, you also want to make sure you bring in a little bit of color. You can either bronze your face with a bronzer, or you can also use a foundation powder in a little bit darker than your skin tone. The bronzer that I am using today is Park Avenue Princess by Tarte Cosmetics, and I will be applying that with a bronzer brush, of course, and onto the face. So today the palette I'm using is by NYX Cosmetics, and I'm going to go ahead and take this warmer brown color, and I like to usually mix the two together. And today I'll be taking a fan brush. This one is by Bare Essentials, and I will be applying that onto the cheekbones. And then I like to drag it upwards to kind of blend it, just like that. I'm now going to go ahead and contour my nose. Feel free to squeeze your brush if you have to get that precise line, or use a smaller brush. This is Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush, and I will be taking the two lightest highlight color from this palette, which is this white one and then yellow one. I like to mix the two together again for the very same reason, so it creates actually the most natural look that you can get, and then just kind of clean up under your eyes. A little bit on the nose. This will just brighten up the area just a tad bit more. Just like so. Now is the time to making this face as to one. So if you think you have made a mistake or there's harsh lines or any of that, grab your stippling brush. This is all I use this brush for because it's so good for that purpose. So what I like to do is just, sorry, don't mind it, it is a little dirty. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of buff all over the face. Not only that, it will make everything as to one, but it will also take any excess product off that you have left on your face. I'm now going to go ahead and move on to the blush, and I'm going to go ahead and take the same palette, the Tarte Avenue Princess, and take the blush and highlight from this palette and apply that onto my cheekbone. And if any of you are wondering, this is a real technique, a blush brush, but I always forget that I want to change it to be a powder brush for me because it is super thick, but I love this brush. Now moving on to the highlight, I will take another small stippling brush and take the highlight from this palette and apply it to your cheekbones. This will make sure that your under eye also is lightened up. As you can see, if you compare the two, this looks much better. Onto the middle of the forehead, just a tad bit, and then I'm going to use my fingers and I'm going to take a little bit and apply that to the bridge of my nose. And like so. And I'm going to blend this. Just like so. Time for me to put brows on, and I'll be right back. Now that the brows are done, I'm going to go ahead and apply my eyelid primer, and the one I'm using today is by NYX Cosmetics, and this one is ESB03, which I personally just call the skin color because it's just easier to remember that way. I'm just going to go ahead and take my Real Technique, I believe this is called crease brush, deluxe crease brush, but I think it's pretty darn fat for it to be deluxe crease brush. I really like using this for the application of my eyelid primer. When applying my eyelid primer, I not only like to apply it on the eyelid, I also take it all the way up to the concealer that we had carved out my brows with. In a tapping motion, of course. You don't want to buff this. When it comes to setting your eye primer, I really like to go right away with either a matte eyeshadow or I like to use any pressed powder and make sure there is no creasing going on. Once it's set, I can then go ahead and continue to talk and concentrate, because I really want to make sure that there's no creasing going on, so that way my eyeshadow application are flawless as possible. My eyes are already looking 10 times better. So today I will be using my Semi Chocolate by Too Faced bar, and I'm going to go ahead and I will be taking this peanut butter, which is my absolute favorite color from this palette, and I'm going to apply that as my transition color. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my brows, and with that I'm going to go ahead and wait just a second. And that I'm going to go ahead and take this, it's called Coconut Cream from this palette, which is this light matte color. I'm going to take that and highlight my brow bone. Just like so. It has already lifted my brow, as you can see. Somebody had commented on my previous post that I need to zoom in. I just recalled this. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for you guys. Much better. Isn't it better view from here? I'm going to go ahead and set my... So going back with the peanut butter. And I'm going to go ahead and apply with a very light hand. So because this is a fall look, I definitely want to have a little bit of fall color, and I believe this color is Bitten by Makeup Geek Cosmetics. This is Pro Blending Crease Brush in C330. I will be taking this brush and applying this Bitten into the crease. When applying, make sure you go back in with your blending brush in between and just blend it away. I'm going to take the same pecan color and I'm going to take that onto a small brush and apply that to my lower lash line. And poke myself. I'm going to go back in with the Bitten and I'm going to take that onto my flat shader brush, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that onto my lower lash line as well. Blend it. Moving back to Semi Sweet palette, I'm going to go ahead and take the dark brown color, which is, this one is right here in Truffled and Hot Fudge, and I'm going to mix the two together and apply that to the outer and inner corner. Going back to my blending brush, I'm going to blend it in. There, I'm now going to go ahead and move on to apply my pigment, and the pigment I'm really wanting to apply today is I'm going to go ahead and take this color and mix the two together. Again, this is e.l.f. Cosmetics Prism eyeshadow palette, one of my favorite eyeshadow palette from them. I'm also going to go ahead and apply that onto the lower lash. Blend it in. I'm now going to go ahead and take the yellow highlight pigment from this color and apply that to my inner corner. Now continue with your liner and falsies, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, you guys. My eyes are done. I went ahead and used my favorite NYC liner, including BH Cosmetics gel. No, they don't have gel. BH Cosmetics. I went ahead and used my BH Cosmetics liquid liner with NYC liquid liner, and I used my favorite Ardell lashes. By the way, they're very affordable. That's another reason why they're my favorite. And I also went ahead and used L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Mascara, and this is what you see. So let's move on to go ahead and use, this one is in Auburn by NYX Cosmetics, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that and outline my lips and pretty much fill in a little bit with this. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna go ahead and apply this, and if I'm still not satisfied, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the gloss. Then I was gonna try the Frida's Nude in, this is by L'Oreal Paris, but then I thought it's a little bit lighter color, but then you never know, it may or may not look good because of the lip liner choices that I'm going with today. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this and we'll see. What do you guys think? Personally, I think it's a little bit too dark for me. I mean, I am not gonna lie, I'm liking the way it looks although, but I wouldn't go out in public or especially in my personal events like this because I will be called out in no time, and I know that. But other than that, I think I'm liking this color. It looks really, really nice. Very vampy look, but so ladies, this is the final look. Hopefully you enjoyed my first new fall look tutorial for you guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Hopefully you learned something, and if you do recreate it, don't forget to tag me on Instagram, which is Makeup Dulce, and do let me know what do you think of this video and how do you like or don't like this look, what you would do differently, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye. Thank you.